All right, now I want to show you how to actually collect signatures once you've got your contract the way you want from the MLS. You can see I've got it downloaded here in PDF format. And then just go to Docusign.com. I think it's the easiest way, and then just click log on here. It's going to think about it. Now it's going to have you sign in with your Docusign username and password. If you don't know what that is, check the Scott Leroy email that you got when you initially signed in. You should find it in there. And once you get in here, all you have to do is drag and drop your PDF right in here. It's going to take a second to load. It's usually not too long, but my internet connection is a little slow right now. So anyways, while it's thinking about it, the next screen that it's going to take you to is where you're going to add recipients. So you're going to add whoever needs to actually sign this document. If you are a signer on the document, maybe because it's a buyer broker or as a limited agency agreement, if for any reason you need to sign it, add yourself as a signer. Otherwise, you're just going to add your clients. So we're almost there. Let's go ahead and start adding signers. So here's your PDF that you've uploaded. You can add more PDFs. You can drag and drop these to change the order. I'm going to add signers. So I'm going to add myself as the agent. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to add Amy. She's going to be one of the buyers. And then Emily is going to be the other buyer. So they're buying this property together, okay? You can also go down to email subject. You can change the title if you want to. I'm just going to leave it offer Layton Home. This is actually the email subject that your signers are going to see when they go to sign it. Once it's ready, click next. And now you're going to actually assign those signatures. So as we go through it, on the left side, it's going to say, who are we having do these activities? And then we can just click whatever we need and drag it down into the PDF wherever we need it. So it's still loading in. I told you my internet's just a little bit slow today. Let's try that. It's still loading in. Just give it 1 second here. All right, so it's loaded in here. So let's go ahead and say, what if we need to add text? You can click text here and you could type in the name. Now this is probably already going to be filled out from the MLS. But let's say that we, needed to add something or whatever. You can just type, you can just hit text, type in whatever you need. You can add it in like that. Super easy. You can also, so where you need initials, which typically on every page you'll need initials from everyone that's involved, at least both of the clients that are involved. So I'm going to have, in this case, if Amy and Emily are buying them together, I'm going to have Amy initial that one. I'll have Emily initial this one. And then I'm also going to add a date right here. So pretty easy, get both of them on there. Let's say that I accidentally added Emily's initial on both of these. You can tell because they're both blue. But let's say I want to make this one Amy. Let's just go over here on the right side and you can change who that's assigned to. So you'll see now it's yellow and I can add the date assigned. So it's pretty easy. The other thing that we use a lot is a checkbox. So let's say we want to say there's no attachment on here. You can grab a checkbox, click it right here. This is the tricky part. You hover over the white space and then double click and it'll add a check mark. Okay. So it's really easy, but you just have to be centered on it for that to work. So anyways, that's pretty much all you need on here. Just remember that on most forms, they're going to require an initial at the bottom of every single page, including this one. So I'll add this initial, and then you're also going to need a signature at the end of every form. So like this is the end of the buyer broker agreement. So you're going to have Amy sign here, date there, and then have Emily sign here, date there. I'll be honest, I never use the address and phone number, and I've never had a problem. So if that's an issue, hopefully Rich will correct me on that, but you should be good. And then of course you'd add your own signature, the date signed, and that would be it. So once you've made these changes the way that you want for it to be all signed and completed. Then just hit send. That's actually going to send it out immediately. So there's not another spot. It's going to ask if you want to sign it now or sign it later, because I do need to sign this document. So I'm going to say sign now. Now let's let it load another second. Just going to hit continue and start, and I will sign where it's required for me right there, and then just click finish. So anyways, that's how you do DocuSign. Once it's all complete and everyone has signed, just go ahead and you'll get an email with the PDF, and then you can send that off wherever it needs to go, probably to the listing agent in this case.